Alright, welcome back to another Roblox programming tutorial, and today we are talking all about module scripts. Now, before I get started in this video, let me say one thing very specifically. I think module scripts are arguably the most powerful, if not one of the most powerful things that you can learn to use in Roblox Studio. And not only that, is it applicable in so many other programming languages. The amount of times you will be using modules in your life, if you are a programmer, is just infinitely high. And it's important, I think if you learn it now, you can be in a really, really good place, in a really good position to, learn just a ton of core fundamental programming principles. So let's go ahead and look at how to even create a module script. It's very similar to creating a normal script where you just click this plus button here and you click module script right here. And here is a nice example of a module script. Now, what is a module script? A module script is a table, but it's a table that can be, it's like a special kind of table. It's a table that can be called and be reused and be imported into other scripts, essentially. And it adheres to what's known as the dry principle. The dry principle is a very, very important programming principle, which essentially says don't repeat yourself. The reason why you don't want to repeat yourself is because if you find yourself repeating yourself over and over again, oftentimes there is a much more effective way to do whatever you're doing. So for example, if I was in a script and I created a part here, and in this part I created a script, right? And let's say I made, the part name, local part is the script.parent, and then I made the part.name, and I typed in hello. About hello, right? And then I started doing stuff with this part. So I started duplicating it and I started moving it around, and I started creating a whole bunch of new instances of this part with this property in it, right? And I get a massive thing like this with, let's say I'm building a real game where, there's hundreds of instances of this part, right? And essentially you have all these instances, right? And let's say, this times 100. Right, so whatever I have over here times 100, right? Let's say I have that many instances of this script. And then I realize, oh wait, you know what? I actually need to find a way so that this doesn't say hello, but says hola. Because let's say, I'm using Spanish clientele now. Well, if I did it this way, I would have to go back into each individual script here and change the code for all of these. This script is now a bug, because I don't want the script to do what it originally did, which was say hello. I want it to say hola. So now, although this was programmed right and was programmed correctly at the start of my game development process, this is now a bug. And your only option in this case is to either A, rename all of these to hola in all of these scripts that I just created, or delete all of these and replace it, right? So to go back through, delete all of these, and replace it. So I have to delete all of that, I have to delete all the start plates, and I don't have to start over. Now, you can use the command bar to make this process faster, but you never want to be in a situation where you have to do that to begin with. This is the whole idea of the dry principle, right? Program your stuff correctly at first, so when you need to refactor your code, it's much easier. And modules are a storage center for code like this. So let's go ahead and look at a basic example of modules. Now, modules, just like meta tables and normal tables, can store properties, right? So let's go ahead and call this special parts. Again, using the Pascal naming convention, which capitalizes the second word there. So special PC parts, right? So now, let's say I want this special part, and I want the special part's color to be equal to a color3.new, and I want the special part's color to be this blue, right? And then I also want the special parts dot transparency to be 0.5. What's cool is I can then call those properties into a normal script, right? So now I'm going to come in here and I'm going to create a part. Now, to import a module script, we have to watch this very carefully. It's very important that you get this correct. Okay, so we're going to rename this special parts. Right, so this is the special part module. Now, here's my part. So this is the module script. I am now going to open up a new window, which is the server script here. So this script is parented to this part here, right? And here is my special part, which is the module script, which stores all the properties that I just created. So very similarly to how, in Python, for example, you would do, from the Django import, or, you do like in the command bar pip install numpy, and then you do import numpy or pandas, right? This is essentially the same thing done in Roblox Studio, right? Your whole goal is to essentially require or import this module into this script. And you're going to do it like so. So I'm going to go ahead and create a variable name for special part. And then here, I'm going to require, this needs a path, the path to this module. So this is where you put the path. So the path is your parent-child relationship setup. So game, right? Then it goes server storage. Then it goes the special part. Or I put it in server script, server script. I'm going to reparent this to server storage. It's just better in server storage. And then here, generally you put module scripts in the server storage. Special parts, right? So now I have imported this module into this server script. Now what I can do is go local parts is equal to the script dot parent, and do parts dot color is equal to special parts dot color. And that's how this works. So now whatever I assigned here as the special parts dot color, and I should probably make this capital C just to keep everything the same here, and also make this capital C, now corresponds to this. So if I want to change anything about this, let's say I start again duplicating this part here over and over again, right? Just like the last example, I'm duplicating this, right? If I want to change the script here, right, I don't have to change it each time here, because this is just pulling from my module, and all I have to do is come here to change the value. So let's go ahead and look at this example. I'm going to run my game. All these parts are blue, right? But if I want to change this, and I don't even think I have to stop the game to show you this, if I just change this property here, it goes to red. I do have to restart the game. I was hoping I didn't have to, but that's okay. Alright, so now I'm going to change it. Now it's red. Looks like I saved that change. So now when I run my game again, it's all red. This is what makes module scripts so powerful. It aligns with the dry principle, which means don't repeat yourself. It's a way to store and reuse lines of code, and it minimizes the issue of bugs or deprecated code / old code getting implemented in the game and making it hard to refactor later. So I hope you guys got some value out of this. Next, we'll be looking at functionality inside of these module scripts, and then later we'll be tying it together with metatables to show you full-on object-oriented programming inside of Roblox Studio. So I hope to see you in the next one.